Welcome to Principles of Awakened Leaders. My name is Christoph Melchizedek. Today we're talking about coherence. Coherence is a key principle that's built upon the frequency of love. Love, the immanence of that pure radiance of love, creates a beautiful crystallizing force which creates coherence. Coherence is a term you may have heard from music. You've got discordance and you've got coherence. When a musical note is played, let's say, for example, we play middle C on the piano, what we'll notice is that all other middle Cs on the other octaves will also vibrate because they're coherently attuned to the vibrational frequency of middle C. So then the C on the next octave up or down will also vibrate. This coherence is a matching wavelength vibrational frequency. It's a law of physics. And what that means is that it enters you into this beautiful dance of the universe, of the synchronicity that is playing out in life. What your role is to do as an awakened leader is to find your unique energy signature. The truth of it is it's not about what you're here to do in the world, it's more related to who I'm here to be. And as you find your more natural, authentic state of being, you find your signature, your note. And as you do that with your note, you can finally enter the universe, the one song. And you find your own note in the one song and you enter the symphony. And that there creates this beautiful alignment to all that is, and synchronicity can begin to play out in your life. It's all about entering the gateway of love. The prime creator is nothing but benevolent love. And that benevolent love is emanating through all of the matrix. And you can either choose to align to that benevolent love or misalign to it. The more you become vibrationally aligned to it, the more coherent you become. The coherence then emanates and attracts the fuel for you. And there's one thing that you may have already researched or know about is the Institute of Heart Math has begun researching how the heart acts as an attunement of coherence for the rest of the body's physiological processes. And they're doing all this wonderful measurements about how improved respiration, heart rate and breathing and all the physiological responses going on in the body when we enter the gateway of love and we have coherence. Now, if we take that out from the physical domain into the realm of energy, what we also notice is a beautiful cognizance and a beautiful frequency alignment that happens with coherence. For love just opens the gateways of allowing to happen, and all the attractive fields for anything that is good begin to crystallize around you. And as you find a more and more authentic expression of yourself, you begin to peel back the layers of the ego until you find your quintessence. What's quintessence is your original unique signature. And as you express that by being your authentic self with nothing to prove, just everything to share, you just naturally ooze these energies which are highly coherent and attractizing to people. You become magnetic to other people who are in resonance with you and your path of purpose. The resonance becomes super important, and coherence is really that key that really allows that magnetism to take place. Coherence activates magnetism. What does that mean? That means you stop chasing life and you start attracting it. And when you start attracting life, magic seems to happen. You can just naturally walk effortlessly down the street and suddenly you have that synchronicity, and the synchronicity is when you become in flow. And when you enter these high flow states, you operate with massive efficiency in your life because you're not forcing things to happen, you're allowing things to happen. And that's how spirit works. When you're setting up an intention and a direction to go, one of the things that, sometimes the mind wants to do is plan a systemic way of an order of things that have to happen. Well, spirit always, of course, works non-linear. So the heart will take you into a direction that the mind can't comprehend. And often that split means sometimes as entrepreneurs or leaders, we sometimes fail to take the big leaps that we're leaping into the trust of the knowing of the heart. When we do that, however, it catalyzes all these other synchronistic forces of divine will and source expressing itself through the planet, through you, if you have this purpose in your heart. Your role is to have that intentionality clear in purpose, but the coherence puts you into the one song, the universe, with your unique note, yeah, with your signature, with your state of being. You enter the universe, the one song with the one note, and you find yourself co-creating with others in this beautiful celestial dance and instruments around you in this co-creation of others who are seated to also create and birth the purpose that you hold inside yourself. There's a beautiful magnetizing force that happens through the power of coherence, and coherence is achieved through the power of love. So simply all you need to do is hold love in the heart and see through the eyes of love, being pure benevolence. You will activate coherence in your field and begin to magnetize towards you the people, the events, the timelines that you're seated to bring forth in your mission for whatever your visionary purpose is. So there we have it, another spiritual principle for awakened leaders, the principle of coherence.